Welcome to this is the unilateral workout. It sounds really complicated, but it's not. Basically, it just means that we're going to be using one weight or just working sort of more on one side of the body just so you can kind of see really if you've got any differences between one side and the other. So you might notice that you have strength more on one side and the weaker on the other side. But we'll see how we get on. So you have the option of using a wall and also option to use a bench for this one. So we are going to be doing like a lunge with it. So with one foot up on the bench. So if you want to add a little bit more variation, you want to grab a bench or a chair, and then you could use our stool or something. And then you've got that option as well. So the wall is going to be for press ups if you need that option. Otherwise, we can just be on the floor or on the bench. Makes it just a little bit easier for press ups, but we're not quite ready for the floor yet, but you're not far off. I know I've just rambled there. So today we are going to be doing 4 different circuits, and we've got 45 seconds of work with a 15-second rest. So we're going to be working sort of on one side and then repeating on the other side. So each kind of little circuit we're going to be doing twice. 4 standing until the end, and then our last little bit is going to be on the floor. So take it into a reach across the body. So obviously you will need weight, or just weight, depending on what weight you've got. One single heavier weight would suffice for this one. And some of it is just body weight only. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just circle. And then circle the other way. And hamstring curls, kick the bum. Elbows wide, give it that squeeze at the shoulder blades. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. And hands behind the head, coming into your good morning. So we want to think about elbows pulling back. We are going to be doing this one today. Pressing back on the hips, keeping your spine long. That hinging. With that slight bend, ever so slight bend in the knees. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go into the knees. Just swinging your arms. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a wide stance. Let's do our side to side lunge. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll do one more tap back or lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one. And rest. Right, we are going to get started. So our first move is going to be a staggered good morning. Now, you can either have the weight, again, just a single weight, in front of you, or you can place it on the back of the shoulders. Now, all you're doing is taking a little tiny step back, so not a big step back. And we're going to think about that hinging. Now, you've got to make sure if you've got the weight behind the head, it's not on the neck. Yeah, so it's going to be resting across the back of the shoulders. So predominantly 80% of your body weight here is going to be in that standing leg, and then 20% in the other leg, okay? That's going to be our first move, and we're going to go in 10 seconds. And our next move is going to be press up. Are we ready? So either here or behind. Little step back, off we go. Keep the weight close to the body, driving through. Squeezing into the back of the leg. Slight bend as you press back. That long neck, long spine. Keep that weight close into the body. Don't let it fall away from the chest here. 5 seconds. 3. Rest. Okay, so put the weight down. Now you can go against the wall. You could use a bench. So we're doing 1 press up, 1 tap to the shoulder. It's the same tap each time. So off we go. So we do 1 press up, 1 press, 1 tap, 1 press, 1 tap. Now keep doing the same hand to tap each time. Down, press. So you're doing this on the wall, on the bench, on a slight incline. Obviously the knees, position them under the hips or stepping further away. 8 seconds. 5. Rest. Okay. Now grab your weight. Coming up to stand. You've got a wood chop to a shoulder press. So here, across, press it up and down. Down, shoulder, press, down. Let's go. Down. Now I want you to keep your feet still. Don't let the feet move. So both hands on it. Across. When we press overhead, we want to make sure we're not allowing the ribs to thrust. 15. 10. 5. Rest. All right, so now we do the other side. So remember which side you've just done. Weight back in. Other foot goes back. Staggered. Good morning. Ready? Let's go. Hinging. 80% of that weight is through that standing leg on the 20% on the back. Weight close in. Remember, if you've got it behind the head, make sure it's not resting on the neck. Last 10. Community press up. So we're doing the tap on the other arm this time, on the other hand. Ready? Let's go. Getting low on the press up. Against the wall. You might start on the floor and progress to the wall to finish. In seconds. Last 10. Right. So we've got the wood chop to the shoulder press on the other side. Ready. Ready? So feet still. A slight bend through those knees. Twenty seconds. 10. 5. Rest. All right, we are moving on. So we've got a lunge next. So single lunge. Now you can use 2 weights for this one if you want to, because the lateral part is just literally working one leg. Now, if you've got your bench and you want to use your bench, you're putting your foot on it. So we are lunging and standing that single leg. If that's too much, you can just do it here. And you might just want to use 1 weight and hold it either end and do it here instead. So you might just be here. Okay, so you do whichever one you want to do for this one. Are we ready? 5 seconds. Off we go. Down and up. Now keep that neck long. Neck is in line with the spine. Ensure that knee is tracking, going forwards in line with the shoelaces. Rest. Okay, so the same arm as the leg that's just been working. Okay, so you're going to step back on the leg, and I want you to row. Single row, off you go. So squeeze and release. So you're loading that standing leg. The leg that you've just been lunging into is stepping back here. Hold back. Square off the shoulders and the hips. Rest. So one more move to do, and that's our good old single arm swing. So we swing and we're up. Keep it in the same hand, we're not changing. Ready? We go. So hinging, drive, down, up. All in the hips, sit back, forwards. Swinging the weights roughly in line sort of with the kneecaps. So we're not doing a squat here. The legs are doing the work, not the arm. 10 seconds. 5. Rest. All right, side number 2. Let's do it all again. So we lunges. Are you ready? Down and up. Rest. Okay, we are into the rows. Stepping back on the leg that's just been working. Ready? Let's go. Pull. Squaring everything off again here. Shoulders, hips. Pull to the back. Squeeze. But don't let the shoulder blade hunch up here. Ten seconds. 3. Rest. Into the swing. Ready? Go. Hinge. Don't have to go too high with the weight. You want to keep it about shoulder height as you lift it. Don't think about keeping your shoulders square here. So you're not rotating or twisting. 10 seconds. Rest. Be careful as you stop it. All right, moving on. Staggered squat is next. So our staggered squat, again, you can use 2 weights, or you could just use one, hold it at chest height. So weights here, or as I say, just a single weight. Again, it's a bit like when we did that deadlift earlier on. You're going to come onto the tiptoe, and you're going to focus on squatting 80% and 20% in the other leg. All right. Then we've got a bicep curl to do. And then a snatch. Ready? Let's go. So focusing here on if you're sitting down on a chair. Seconds. 5. Rest. All right, so I'm going lighter for your next exercise. So you're going into a single curl. Now, if you want a challenge, lift the leg. It's the opposite leg, obviously. So I want you to come up quick and down slow. Up quick, down really, really slowly. Going tight. Fifteen seconds. Just 8. Rest. All right, final move on this side is your snatch. All right, so we get under it, like you're flipping your top off, keep it in the same arm. Ready? And we're off. Up and down. Up, down. So think about flipping up at the top here. flip. The legs, powering it up. 15 seconds. 10. I'm going more. 5, 3, and rest. This needs to go off. Other side. Get ready. Squat, staggered. Get ready. Okay. Let's go. Maybe you can use a single weight here as well. Ten seconds. Rest. All right, coming into the curl. That option to stand on the leg. Ready? Up. Slow down. Up quick. Down slow. Noticing how was the balance on the other side when you did this, if you had your leg up, that is. Rest. All right, coming into that snatch. Flipping it up overhead with control. Get ready. In 3. Let's go. Down, up. So it doesn't have to touch the floor, but you've just got to make sure you get into your legs every time. Weight is right above your shoulder, that wrist. You're not going out to the side. Okay, so we're moving on. Our last little bit to do is going to be our single bridge. Now, the first bit is up to you whether or not you use a weight. You don't have to. And then for the second bit and the third bit, you're going to need a weight for, okay? Now, I'll probably go a little bit lighter for the weight on this one. So, the bridge. Now, if you can, you're going to lift up. Okay, so we drop and we lift. If that's too much, just place the foot to the floor and do it this way instead. We're off, up and down. So here, squeeze. Or foot can go down, but still focusing on that 80-20 in terms of that press. Okay, so for the next bit, you're going to try and keep the leg lifted or here. So we're going to try and hold bridge. Now you want your single weight, and you're going to do a single skull crusher. Off you go. So hold that bridge, bring the weight down to the forehead. Or as I say, you can come back into that more that staggered position for the bridge, but really focusing on that one side. Should really feel that burn in the glute right now. Drawing ribs to hips. Rest. Bring it down. Okay. So before we do the other side, we're going to do sit up. So if you can, you're going to come up, press, again, staying in the same hand. Up, press, and down. If it's too much, you're going to just focus on just doing a sit up without the weight. So you might just be here. Yep, otherwise, weight into your side. And then down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale down. Moving. 8 seconds. 3. Rest. All right, we've got to do that on the other side. And then it's done. Okay. Are you ready? So single bridge without the weight. Ready? On the other leg. Off you go. So soften the ribs. Down. Exhale to lift. Remember, all the foot is on the floor. And focusing on just driving through that foot. So option, just stay down if you want, if it's too much, or you're here, or the foot down, but still driving through 80% on that leg. The weight comes to the forehead, back up, off you go. So you're moving from the elbow, upper arms still. Feeling the burn. Decide to shake a little bit here. All right, so coming into the sit-up, your final exercise then. Weight is into your side. Perhaps you can do it without the weight as well. 3. And you go. And 5 seconds. Go on. Last exercise now. Use your breath. It's 5. And it's done. Yay! Well done, everyone. You've survived another one. So I just have a little wiggle, 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 right to side. And then just sit back into the heels. And just again, just have a little rock. One side to the other. Okay. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Round you down dog. And lift and lower the heels. And start to walk the hands into the feet. Just have a little sway around. And come into the middle. And knees. Roll up slowly. And then once you are up, into your quad stretch. Switching sides. And release. Side stretch. And do the other side. And up. Take it out. Real across. You've done it. Don't forget to let me know when you've done it. I do like to know that you are on it. And I will see you all soon. Bye for now.